Hi, and welcome to Project 900, Week 7. I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about mission critical work and how AI can help you with that. Last week, we talked about admin work, about some marketing work, about some communications work. This week is going to be about helping you with your mission critical work to make sure that you're able to utilize AI to help build your nonprofit. So let's get into it. AI for nonprofit programs, community engagement, and fundraising. From daily tasks to mission critical impact. So last week we talked about daily tasks, using AI for your email and clarity of communication, and using it to kind of analyze your calendar and various things like that. This time we're going to look at program development. We're going to look at event planning. We're going to look at fundraising opportunities and things like that. And again, this is going to be a shorter one because it's just building on last week, but I want to make sure I cover all the bases to show you all the things you can do with AI so you're best using it at its most raw form for your nonprofit. That's kind of the goal here. And we're going to get into deeper stuff as we go. So enhancing your program messaging, it's going to help you. If you run communication through AI, it's going to help you with clarity across your audiences. It's going to help you with good, inclusive, solid communication. It's going to help you with a consistent voice. And I think we have to be honest with ourselves for a minute. I think often we think that we are better communicators than we are, either verbally or written. And the nice thing about AI is it's consumed all the words. It's consumed all the best and worst communication that humanity has created. And it can typically string thoughts together in a way that is going to be more coherent to a larger audience than a lot of us tend, than the way that a lot of us tend to write. And so if you're not using AI for the clarity of its written communication, I think you're really missing out, because my guess is that it increases the clarity of written communication several percent every single time you use it, just because it's so good at it, because it's been trained on so much. And so I love AI for written communication. And I know it feels a little weird sometimes because it's writing instead of you're editing. That's fine. The clarity is, it's worth it. It really is. So that's just my 2 cents. So I love this. I just dropped a prompt at thegoodcollective.us. And so go there, make sure you're registered, sign in, download the prompt. But I just dropped the prompt there, and it helps you use AI to fill in the gaps in your programs or in how you communicate about your programs. And so the prompt is basically act as my target market or my target audience. And you're gonna view my material. You're going to view this webpage or this PDF that you upload or whatever it is, view it as if you're them, and tell me what it's communicating. Tell me what's good about it. Tell me what's bad about it, and tell me how to make it better for that target audience. And so it's like having a focus group right there in front of you all the time, and you can just run things through the AI right there. So it's kind of amazing for that. And it's a really easy, good use case for AI. It's one simple prompt, you fill in a few blanks, and you're off to the races, and it's pretty amazing. So also, and I'm going to keep beating this drum, use AI for supercharging your fundraising and outreach. If you're not using it for ideation, for planning, for promotion, for writing content, for drafting emails to donors, if you're not using it to track your execution, you're missing out on opportunities. If you're not using it for deep research to find new grant opportunities, you're missing out on opportunities for AI to support your fundraising. And so I would strongly recommend for you to even have a chat with AI about your fundraising and figure out how you can better use it for your fundraising, whether it's communications or planning or promotion or whatever else. But there is huge opportunity there, and I don't see nonprofits using it enough for this. Next, and we've talked about this before, but I'm gonna keep beating this drum too. There's a lot. I'm reiterating a lot in this message. So, AI is a great creative partner. It's not only like having your own intern that is able to do a lot of things for you, and that's very smart, and that you're checking their work, but it's also very much like a consultant where you can say, hey, you're an expert in this. Let's talk about this, and let's see if we can get from A to B to C to D. And that's a great way to use AI. And if you're not doing that, again, you're missing out. It's worth taking the time to do that. So talk about your mission and focus. Talk about your target audience and your demographics. Talk about previous successful initiatives and what you should learn from those as you move forward into your new initiatives. There's so many ways to use it and talk about it. Next, use it for planning an event. Ask it to give you a timeline, a budget framework, volunteer coordination, marketing strategy. I just did this. I used this prompt right here. Very simple prompt. You're a nonprofit event planner. Develop a comprehensive plan for our annual fundraising pickleball tournament, including a 3-month timeline, budget considerations for a $5,000 total cost, sponsorship tiers, and marketing strategies targeting local businesses. And I got to show you what it came up with because it's gold. So event overview, it gave me a name for the event, paddle for a purpose, which is great, though it does make me kind of think of kayaking a little more, but that's okay. I would have been like more like pickleball for a purpose, but that's cool. Maybe you can't use pickleball in the name because it's trademarked. I don't know. Gives you a goal, target audience, a form, capacity. I love that it included capacity, how many players you need to consider for this sort of thing. Then it gives you a 2 to 3 month timeline or a 3-month timeline, walks through the whole thing. And this is great. Tells you when to order trophies, when to recruit volunteers and referees. Then it gets into budget. And I love that line item number 2 is insurance. I feel like it's getting into a level of detail that is often easy to overlook. And so it doesn't do that. It's telling you right here, like, here's everything you need right here. We got insurance. We need shirts and player swag. We need trophies and prizes. We need signage and banners. But then also it does miscellaneous and contingency budgets and a reserve for overages, which I just love that it's that detailed for this sort of thing. And then moving on down, sponsorship tiers, presenting sponsor, there's only one. Gold, silver, bronze, kind of boring names, but that's fine. You can come up with new ones. And then a marketing strategy, direct outreach. I love that it starts with direct outreach. I think that's something that nonprofits are often missing out on, and there's opportunity there. Chamber of Commerce connections, great cross platforms, local media, social media, community boards and groups, like so much opportunity there. And so AI's just set a pretty good plan in place with very little prompting. And with a little back and forth, a little, massaging, a little iteration, I mean, it's really going to be able to come together and create a really good, deep project management plan, project plan for your nonprofit. So I love it for that. All right, so wrapping up, I told you it was going to be a short week, so get a break from me. This week, I'm going to ask you to generate some program ideas. I'm going to ask you to either that or use the prompt at thegoodcollective.us to analyze some marketing prompts or some marketing content as your target audience, and then go and share that at thegoodcollective.us. So if you have not already, please go to thegoodcollective.us and sign up. It's free. It's the community where we're all learning together. And I want you to know that I'm learning something new every week so that I can teach you. I tried out a new tool yesterday on the weekend. I'm constantly reading and learning and growing and trying new tools and trying new things so that I can bring those things to you so we can learn and collaborate together at thegoodcollective.us. So if you're not already signed up, make sure you're signed up for free at thegoodcollective.us and become a part of the community there. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here and have a great day.